Hello everybody. For today's video, we'll be looking at creating a quest through the Unity system and the ORK Framework. What we want the quest to do is when the player comes to this door, the player is going to use the door, knock on the door, go through a dialogue event, and accept the quest. So what we want to do now is open up the ORK Framework and create a new game event. I've created the event already. We can go over that event. It's going to be a blocking event. You want to block the move AI, block player control, and block camera control. There's going to be two event actors, the object, door itself, and we're going to be using someone speaking too. But since that object never really moves, we can set the name on the door, and it's going to be Guard Captain Janice for a game. And the second player is going to be just the player. We'll have two sound clip, the knock sound clip, and kind of a happy sound when our player stat increase from a certain dialogue event. Initially, you want the framework to check for a variable to see if the event has already happened or not. And for us, it's going to be quest.janice1. That variable is going to be set at the very end. What that does is when that variable is set, it will just rotate the door the next time the player go to the door instead of playing the entire dialogue event again. So after it checked for the variable, we'll have the player play the use animation in the ORK framework just to use the door, and then we'll have it play a knocking sound. After that, we'll have it show another dialogue. It'll be a choice dialogue, basically just telling the player what's going on and having the player pick what dialogue option they want to use. And each dialogue option is going to have a new dialogue from the event object, and it'll increase a player's stat depending on the dialogue option that they pick. So for example, this is the first one. It's saying, let me through Janice, I need to see the warden. And that's going to give the player one personality point. It'll show a new message just saying you get one personality point or one persuasion point. It'll add one persuasion point to the player's stat. The next one, it'll add one persuasion point to the player's stat. It'll show the next dialogue option. It'll ask the player if they want to accept the quest or not to get through. And since this is something we kind of have to accept to get through, it only has one dialogue option to accept the quest. After the player accepts the quest, it will show a message saying, great, thank you for accepting the quest. It will change the door rotation to open the door, and then it will change the game variable. So at the beginning where it checked the game variable, when the event already happened, it will just rotate the door instead of going through the entire event again. And just like this other one, where it'll just add in one intimidation point to the player stat if they choose this dialogue option. It'll just show the dialogue again, plus one intimidation. It'll add one intimidation, and it'll go through a different dialogue wheel. But at the end of it, it's still going to be the same thing, where the player accepts the quest and the door rotate every single time. And we can see how that looked like in the game now. So go back to the beginning screen. Press play here. run to the end really fast, or run to the door area really fast. 10 seconds. Run into the door area. It's running there. Alrighty. So we're at the door area here. What we want to do is just get up to the door, use the door, and knock on the door. So we used it. We hear kind of a knock thing. We're going through the dialogue wheel right now. And we're adding one persuasion point. And then we'll just go through the dialogue, accept the quest up, and we'll go over the quest and some more stuff next time. Thank you for watching the video. It was a lot of fun making the video. Have a good one.